Um8 is a new application software that our team would like to develop in order to make up for the lackness of existing software currently used by University of Malaya students such as Touch and Spectrum. The name of this new application software, Um8, was inspired by the word university made, U-made, which specialized to support students. This brand new software seeks to be multi-function tool. The first feature is Calendar that allows students to be notified of important dates or deadlines that are placed in the Spectrum or Maya. The second feature is Clock that allows students to be updated at the start of class and after class, assignment submission, and many more. The third feature is Notepad that will list all relevant assignments and tasks in to-do list format. All participants in the project who may have been affected or involved by the project events are the project stakeholders. First is the project sponsor. A project sponsor is the person who supports the project and has the most vested interest in its success. For this project, University of Malaya will be our direct project financier. Second, other investor and financial institution. Aside from the project sponsor, we expect external stakeholders to invest in our project such as banks or financial institutions. Third is the project manager. The project manager will facilitate the entire project process in order to guarantee that actual outputs are consistent and matched with the intended objective. Fourth is the project team. To ensure the overall goals project are met, we have well-rounded project teams with various combinations of technical capabilities in software development implementation. Fifth is the support staff. They assist the project management, which includes accountants, by assisting with accounting operation and creating project progress reports. We also work directly with the Information Technology Center (PTM) staff to keep in touch with the project end user. The last stakeholders is the end user, those individuals who will use the final product of our project. To have an effective planning for a successful project, several project management tools and techniques are used by project manager and our teams. Our project tools include the following. First, Project Charter. It is a formal record that documented our entire endeavor. It is also summarized the execution process throughout the project life cycle. Second, Work Breakdown Structure, also known as WBS. It is a tool that will divide the main tasks into smaller ones to complete them more quickly and efficiently. Third, Gantt Chart. The project diagram will give a visual representation of the project development and progress. Fourth, Network Diagram. It provides a visual representation of job workflow throughout the project life cycle, as well as logical relationship illustration for each activity. Fifth, Critical Path Analysis. In this analysis, it will highlight tasks that must be completed in order for the project to be completed. It determines the order of crucial and interconnected tasks from beginning to end. Sixth, Project Cost Estimate. It is a process of estimating the overall financial amount required to keep the project on track. It is an important tool to ensure the project on budget. 7. Responsibility Assignment Metric RAM. It is communication tool for project management to ensure all tasks are assigned to a responsible agent. It can specify which employees or departments should be responsible for the particular task. The last tool is Responsible, Accountable, Consulted, Informed. In short, RACI. RACI is a tool to outline the roles and responsibilities that are required to complete each activity and make decisions for a project. Project Scope Management. The first project scope management is Project Charter. The project title is Um8, the project scope management is Project Charter. The project scope management is Project Scope Management. The first project scope management is Project Charter. The project title is Um8, the project scope management is Project Charter. The project title is Um8, the project scope management is Project Charter. This project is expected to start on 3rd of January 2022 and will end on 29th of December 2022. The budget for this project is 1,401,194 ringgit and 50 cents. The key schedule milestone of this project are: on 7th of June 2022, the system design is expected to be complete. The system testing will start on 3rd of August 2022 and will be completed on 12th of September 2022. The acquisition of hardware and software are expected to be on 20th of September 2022, and after that, on 10th of October 2022, the installation must be completed. We expect the system application can be used on 20th of December 2022. Our project objective is to ease student life, to provide multifunction apps in one system, to update assignment instruction automatically, to include courses, enroll information automatically. The main project success criteria are: Um8 must be truly tested and will be implemented without problem. Um8 is a user-friendly system and will be easy to use by all students. Project is managed and developed within the allocation budget. And lastly, project is complete within time frame and will be used directly. The approach are: overview current system, obtain minutes of meeting, user request form or complaint file and analyze the problem and requirement, conduct meeting with related parties for a further understanding about the problem and requirement, conduct brainstorming session to generate idea for the project, identify the resources needed and capability, conduct the research for the similar project, perform market analysis for hardware and software pricing, prepare proposal and obtain approval, commence the project and ensure it was implemented according with the schedule, conduct meeting periodically with the project team for monitoring, project team leader need to prepare progress report periodically, and lastly, all the problems identified need to solve immediately. Now, we will talk about roles and the responsibilities for the participants in this project. The upper role for this project is Chief Executive Officer and Chief Information Officer. Both of these roles is responsible for decision making and project monitoring. Next is Project Manager. Project Manager responsible to plan and also execute project. System Analyst Leader responsible to analyze system requirement, while Technical Team Leader is responsible to design, programming and manage project technical issue. Then, Quality Assurance Engineer is Engineer Project Quality Assurance, and System Administration Leader is System Administrator and Security. Human Resources Manager is responsible to manage staff and training program. Marketing Manager responsible to manage project marketing program. And lastly, Finance Manager responsible to assist in purchasing hardware and software and other finance matters. There is 9 work breakdown structure, which are: to initiating project, we need to review department annual plan, ensure budget for system development is available, identify project team, staffing requirement and job scope. Second, system planning. In this work, we need to identify user need, review document and conduct meeting, determine project requirement, determine project scope, prepare project time and scheduling, prepare project cost estimation, prepare proposal and obtain approval. Third, system analysis. We need to analyze existing system, identify the problem or opportunity, perform analysis of the requirement needed by users, compare requirements with the system architecture, prepare system analysis report. For system design, we need to do conceptual system design, produce, evaluate, and identify. System evaluation and selection, feasibility study, cost-benefit analysis, and identify the best system. And lastly, detailed design, system description, and component. For programming, we need to select a programming language, create database structure, perform data conversion, decompose program modules, eliminate module redundancies, develop program module. Next, testing. We need to develop unit testing program, and testing plan, perform integration system test plan, perform module system test plan, conduct user accepted tests, identify issues and problems, and then take corrective action if there is problem. For implementation, first we need to acquire hardware and software, flash system to server, and install the new system. For monitoring, we need to inspect the performance report and make any modification when needed. And lastly, project closing. We need to do post-mortem or prepare lesson learned report, brainstorming for mistake done, risk management, produce final project report, and make documentation of project. Project schedule management. This is the Gantt chart for Um8 project. It shows the summary of tasks based on the WBS. From this Gantt chart, we estimated that Um8 project will take 259 working days to be completed, which is from 3 January 2022 until 29 December 2022. The network diagram for Um8 project used the precedent diagramming method PDM. This network shows sequences of the 9 tasks, beginning with task 1, initiating project, and all the way to task 9, project closing. This diagram shows dependencies between the tasks. For example, in this network diagram, task 3, system analysis, and task 5, programming, will only begin after task 2, system planning, is completed because both tasks are depending on task 2. Moving on to the critical path calculation. By referring to the network diagram shown previously, there are 2 paths to complete the Um8 project, and from the analysis, path A has the longest duration, which is 219 days. Thus, path A is concluded as the critical path, and any delay in the task could cause the whole project to be delayed. Project cost management. The cost estimation is budgeted to be at 1,401,194 ringgit and 50 cents from the planning phase up toward the closing phase. First off, we have outlined the cost for the project management, which includes the project manager and the project team, which consists of system analyst, technical clerk, system administrator, technical team leader, software engineer, database engineer, software test engineer, marketing manager, marketing clerk, human resource manager, and quality assurance engineer. The costs were allocated based on their working duration and the pays per month, which total up to 36.26% of the total cost. The hardware consists of laptop, PC, servers, printers, modem, routers, and USB flash drivers, amounting to 98,300 ringgit, about 7.02% of total cost estimate. The next section of the cost is software, which has the biggest portion of cost estimate for 36.83% because of the licensed software such as Microsoft Office 365, firewall, antivirus, and software development cost. The testing is estimated to be 10% out of the total hardware and software cost, amounting to 61,430 ringgit. Training and support compromise training cost of RM2,000 and traveling cost RM1,500. On the other hand, marketing costs are mostly estimated on digital and broadcast advertising for RM20,000. Last but not least is the monitoring cost, estimated to be 3% of the total software development cost, and reserve estimated at 50% of the total cost estimate. One of the most important steps in project cost management is definitely cost controlling. The first step in controlling the cost is by encapsulating the whole scope of WBS. This is significant to break down the tasks involved in software development so that item costs and resources can be identified appropriately and avoid excessive spending. This can help in proper allocation of resources. Next, to have cost comparison done in each phase of the project. This is to ensure that cost overruns are identified earlier. Discussion will then be made with the finance officer and project manager for proper steps to be taken in upcoming phases so that costs can be controlled and to remove the particular lag in the project. On top of that, we have hired a quality assurance engineer whose responsibilities is to oversee the quality of the software development throughout the project. This person is tasked with the responsibility of improving the software development process and identifying possible defects in the production. This can help to control costs related to possible modification or redesign of the software application. Last but not least, it is pertinent in controlling costs by managing the handling of hardware and software. Hardware and software are both important assets in developing software application. Thus, management of these resources has to be assured to avoid unnecessary costs. Both of these resources have to manage well to ensure they are working well throughout the software development project for a smooth process. Project Human Resource Management. This is our project team organizational chart. Our project manager is Saifun Benedict. He is responsible for planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing project. He is accountable for the entire project scope, project team, resources, and the success or failure of the project. Next is our project team. First, we have Nur Amira as System Analyst Leader and Technical Clerk Sophia Jane. We also have Nisha Rahim as Human Resource Manager, Nur Hidayah as Quality Assurance Engineer, and Nur Hanisa Huda as a System Administrator Leader. Moreover, the Marketing Manager is going to be led by Bobby and assisted by Jungko as Marketing Clerk. Lastly, our technical team leader is Hazima and assisted by Taeyang as Software Engineer, Kim Hangbin as Database Engineer, and Kai as Software Test Engineer. RAM is to be used within a working group to designate roles, responsibilities, and levels of authority for specific activities. The metric format shows all activities associated with one person and all people associated with one activity. This ensures that there is only one person accountable for any one task to avoid confusion. This is the example of RAM of implementation. Next is RACI chart responsible. This team member does the work to complete the task. Every task needs at least one responsible party, but it's okay to assign more. Accountable. This person delegates work and is the last one to review the task or deliverable before its team complete. Consulted. Consulted parties are typically the people who provide input based on either how it will impact their future project work or their domain of expertise or the deliverable itself. Inform. These team members simply need to be kept in the loop on the project progress rather than roped in the detail of every deliverable. By implementing the RACI metric, it helps us to set clear expectations about our project roles and responsibilities. That way, we don't have multiple people working on the same task or against one another because tasks were not clearly defined on the front end. That's all from us. Thank you.